And now to your health. Fibromyalgia is a chronic condition that affects millions of people around the world, and sadly, it is often misunderstood and misdiagnosed.
Our health reporter Haley Hernandez introduces us to a Missouri City woman who finally has answers after years of suffering.
Yeah, because it does more commonly affect women, and this condition can significantly impact a person's life unless you can find someone to treat it. It was the not knowing that made Lori's symptoms unbearable. Not knowing what it was, not knowing how to get relief or if relief was possible.
I told my husband, I feel like I'm dying.
Lori was a healthy young mom, but the crippling pain and fatigue was more than what most people can stand.
No matter any sleep that I had or caffeine, I was still tired. I would have tremors all over my body, and then that was kind of like the biggest alarm where, okay, that's really not normal.
She was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which can be extremely difficult since there's no way to test for it. Instead, healthcare providers like Dr. Alvarez rely on a combination of symptoms and basically ruling everything else out first to make a diagnosis.
You want to make sure it's not a neurologic condition or autoimmune issues, which are a little more common. But if they come with a story of, I've seen several providers in the past, I've seen specialists, no one can really, pinpoint what it is I have.
Tests.
Exactly, everything comes back normal. That's one of those histories where I'm like, okay, I need to keep fibromyalgia at the front of my differential diagnosis.
Dr. Alvarez says symptoms of fibromyalgia can include widespread or radiating pain, difficulty concentrating, hypersensitivity, headaches and migraines, and the big one, fatigue.
A lot of the times we say, well, if you're tired, exercise, and that helps with fatigue. Well, with them, it's the opposite. And they actually are even more drained after exercise.
Instead, a treatment might include medication, physical therapy, and other lifestyle changes. But Lori actually does exercise.
I think the biggest key is to start off slow.
And using her experience to help motivate more than 50,000 followers on social media.
Started sharing a lot on TikTok. I think there's a big community of fibromyalgia warriors there. I think what I would love people to know is that it is a real illness. The pain is real, and what we go through is real.
And many people with this condition face skepticism and disbelief, which feels isolating and discouraging. Lori felt that she was finally able to make a connection with her doctor because his practice is a direct primary care model, and that's where people can pay a monthly fee, but you get more access to your doctor, you get longer visits. So patients like Lori feel that it's worth the money because you don't get just that limited 10-minute visit. Now, direct primary care can seem kind of pricey for people. It can be $100 to $200 a month, but in the long run, it can actually save you money if you just have like a high deductible insurance plan, or if you choose not to do insurance. I've done a cost comparison story on this before, and so we're going to put that for you on clicktohouston.com. I've also put it up on my Facebook page if somebody wants to take a look at that. But luckily, Lori found answers, and she feels like she's got a good rapport with her doctor now, and so things are getting better.
That sounds like a tough one to figure out.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it takes, on average, a couple years.
To your point, that's why that relationship's so important, right?
Yeah.
How else do you get to that diagnosis?
Yeah, because people like this feel like they've seen all kinds of specialists, they've done all kinds of scans and tests, and they're just trying to find
nobody believes
somebody.
me. Come on, help me, doc,
Yeah,
right?
That's frustrating. Exactly.
All right, Haley, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.